Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Today we're going to showcase another mod by Grey Tiger, the Medallion of Chaqua, with the Great Plan truly approving of this message. The Medallion of Chaqua is not tied to a specific Lizardmen faction, but rather every single playable legendary lord can benefit from this. Like Grey Tiger's other mod, the Chieftain of the Deep Warren, this is not an overly large project, but instead adds in a nice element of flavor to your current playstyle. The mod is described as follows. The Medallion of Chaqua is a campaign mod for the Lizardmen that provides upgrades to military units as the player gains more settlements. There are 5 levels to the medallion, with the first level selected for the player based on which Lizardmen faction they are using. Each subsequent level then allows the player to select upgrades to activate based on the set of 6 options represented by the Lizardmen legendary lords. Seems like fun, doesn't it? So let's just jump right in and see what this is all about. As always, for the purpose of these mod showcases, I'm going to start a fresh new campaign in easy mode and easy battles so that I may be able to go through the mod mechanics at a faster pace. The Medallion Mechanic looks as shown on screen, and while it does look very bare bones, you have to take into account that the first level of the medallion was already unlocked as soon as you picked your legendary lord choice. Further levels of this mechanic will give you an element of choice as you expand your empire. Just to inform the player, we'll go over all the level 1 benefits for each of the legendary lords. Gorok begins with +3 melee attack for Saurus warriors and a 5% reduction towards recruitment cost. Please bear in mind that this is for all armies, and will be like this for every single legendary lord and every level of the medallion. Nakai the Wanderer benefits from a -5% recruitment cost and +10% movement speed for all Kroxigor units. The idea of Kroxigors being faster than they already are is absolutely terrifying. Tic-Tac-Toe's faction has an 8+ armor bonus for Ripperdactyls and Pterodons, and the usual -5% recruitment cost. The armor bonus can be quite valuable. Pterodons and Ripperdactyls aren't the most resilient when it comes to close combat, and eventually you'll have to take them into close combat. Tehenowin's faction benefits from the following: +8 armor for all skink units and +10% movement speed. Pair this with all the buffs that Tehenowin already provides to skinks, they might be as powerful as Saurus warriors. Kroqgar's faction benefits from the following: +5% movement speed for all Cold Ones and Horned Ones, and also the usual -5% to recruitment cost for said units. Just putting my personal thoughts here, I think I would have gone with Carnosaurs over Horned Ones and Cold Ones, but that's just me. And Big Boy Mazdamundi's faction benefits from a +10% charge bonus for all Bastiladons and the usual -5% reduction to recruitment. That's all the lords, so now let's go into a Gorok campaign and let's start seeing the mechanics at work. We're not to expect much in terms of mechanics from this mod, same as Chieftain from the Deep Warren, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the campaign and stop at any location that may be of interest. Especially as levels of the medallion only unlock as you expand your empire. Even in easy mode, this can take a bit of time. Just like Grey Tiger's other mod, we only get the introduction to the mod in the second turn of your campaign. Here we have the following information. The Medallion of Chaqua mechanic allows the player to improve the fighting ability of their units as they gain additional territory. There are several stages to the medallion, the first of which is provided to the player at the start of the campaign. Subsequent stages are unlocked when the player owns 4, 8, 16 and 32 settlements. At each stage, the player may choose a different set of bonuses to unlock, which are based on the different legendary lords. So as you unlock other levels of the medallion, you can mix and match the benefits as you please. We're a few turns in now, and with that we've destroyed Clan Pestilence. With sending Skrulk away, we've managed to gain control of 4 complete settlements. So on the next turn, we received a prompt that we can now get onto the second level of the medallion. I'll lightly brush over all the benefits being offered by each of the respective legendary lords, and you may pause as you wish, but please bear in mind, should you click on it, there's no way to go back. You will be locked to your decision even if it's by accident. So just a bit of advice, make a save before you try to pick the benefit. The benefits themselves are nothing too spectacular, but as you can imagine, as the medallion grows in levels, so too will the benefits, and they will eventually all stack up, especially if you focus on one legendary lord. I must admit, as I knew that Gorok had bonuses to Sauruses, and an educated guess would say that all the benefits from the medallion from Gorok himself would be based on Sauruses, I'd figure I'd focus on that and make them beefier in the battlefield. Getting to the 3rd level of Medallion was easy enough. You only need 8 settlements in total, and there's still a lot of enemies around Lustria. I took out the Dark Elves of Lokir Felhart's forces, and obviously I took out Luthor Harkon before he got too powerful. With those 2 enemies gone, we've unlocked the 3rd level of the Medallion. Once again, I'm gonna lightly brush over them, so pause if you need to, just in case you want to get a better look at the benefits. And as stated before, since I'm playing Gorok, I'm gonna go for the bonus to Saurus Warriors. Acquiring 16 settlements was a little harder, not because of difficulty, but I was hoping that I would be able to confederate with the other legendary lords. Nakai the Wanderer got destroyed very early on, so yeah, that happens every time. I could ignore him completely, but Tehenuin, Mazdamundi and so on were targets of mine. Once again, I'll be lightly brushing over each of the benefits, so pause as you wish. But generally they're all quite good, so I could see elements of mixing and matching once you get to the 4th and 5th level. And finally 32 settlements for the 5th and final level of the Medallion. Okay, this was a bit tougher, mainly because, well, the other Lizardmen factions expanded and wouldn't want to confederate. After trying and trying, I got annoyed and went on some unholy Saurus crusade. Chaos had already shown up at this point, and I didn't want to spend my time fighting them then taking over settlements. So I destroyed Tehenuin and launched an invasion against Mazdamundi. Somehow I managed to pick up Widowmaker, and I honestly have no idea how I managed to do so. But again, I'll lightly brush over all the mechanics available from the 5th and final level of the Medallion, so pause and review should you need to. But that's it in terms of mechanics. The mod itself adds in 3 different unique units. They're nothing too great, except for the Medallion Guardians, who themselves are very powerful on the battlefield. Think dual-wielding Temple Guard, absolutely amazing. I'll brush over the stats here very lightly, so once again pause if you have to, but after which we're going to have a speeded up version of a battle and discuss this mod in a brief overview. Please bear in mind, I was probably not using these units to their best efficiency as I was only bringing one of each versus an enemy of zombies, but I just wanted to showcase them in a very light way. And let's be honest, pretty much anything can rip apart zombies, so they weren't really fighting something that was too much of a threat. I'm becoming quite the fan of Grey Tiger and his mods. This is the second one that we've covered so far, and I know that he's got a lot more in the works. They're not massive complexities, but rather small hints of flavour here and there, which are not only lore friendly, but also add interesting mechanics. In all honesty, this is the type of stuff I prefer. I do also like big overhauls, but the small stuff that you could easily pair with other mods is just perfect. It gives you the element of being able to mix and match mods as you please. And it shows the scope and scale of the modding community for the Total War Warhammer series. Sometimes you'll get some guys working on big massive projects, maybe even as a team, and then you'll get some smaller unknown modders who will create some very nice mods and unfortunately go relatively unheard of. Thankfully, his Skaven Clan Rictus mod gave him quite the decent push when it came to being known throughout the community, and I hope he gets the recognition he deserves. The Medallion of Chaqua is not a big mod by any means, however the mechanic itself gives you a reason to go and actually do some damage. If you want the benefits of all the buffs, you need to expand, which means that you'll need to pick and choose who your enemies are. Not only that, but you'll also have to keep in mind that your allies are expanding around you, and you might need to either try and force a confederation or take them out, where there may be a chance of you taking a hit by reliability standards, which in turn would give the chance of other factions declaring war at you. Sure, you can wait until the possible negatives disappear, but let's be honest, who's really got that patience? As always, the mod is in the description below, and if you like playing as the Lizardmen, I do recommend this mod. But with that, my friends, we come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various different social media links such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where you can get in contact with the Great Book team. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games, where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Using our special link and also our special code, both of which can be found in our description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A special thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Pence and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Hewell and VSVasan for subscribing to us at our Fane level. Honestly, I can't thank you guys enough for the support. It really means a lot to me, especially since all the money earned from Patreon goes directly back onto the channel. New webcam, equipment, microphones, and so on. And a big thank you to all of you liking, sharing, commenting on these videos. Honestly, I'm really enjoying creating this content and chatting to all of you guys about speculation, new content, and so on. It's absolutely awesome. It's been nice to make a few friends along the way. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.